Hello, here am I again to present to you my Nuremberg Journey 2.0. So on 22nd of July, I boarded the aeroplane for a competition in Germany. So this was the first flight in Malaysia Airlines, and after 6 hours, we reached Qatar. So this is us landing in Qatar, and this is the airport. And we took a connecting flight, so the next flight will be to Frankfurt, which will take about another 7 hours. I love the Qatar Airways. I feel it's very comfortable, 10 out of 10. And once we landed in Frankfurt, we grabbed our luggage, and right afterwards we had to chase the train because we were rushing throughout the entire journey. So we had to go to the Frankfurt airport first, which is here, as you can see. This is the Frankfurt airport, and from there we had to go to the train station to catch a train from Frankfurt to Nuremberg. I actually enjoyed the train ride so very much because I got to see like the countryside, uh, like the fields, the windmill, the houses. It was all like looks like straight out of the movie, and they had like it's undescribable. I just cannot explain. It was so pretty. And after 3 hours of the ride, we reached to Nuremberg, and we got down in Nuremberg train station. So from there, the journey continues to straight go to the hotel. So this is us stepping out for the first time in Germany. And so me and my teammates, we decided to save money on the Grab, so we didn't book any taxi. So from this train station, which was built in 1800, we walked all the way to the hotel while dragging our luggage. So this was a crazy thing that we did. So after checking in, we came across this shop. It was very aesthetic. They sold a lot of CDs and books. So we were hanging around there for a while. And after we took a good look, me and my teammates, we went to take our first lunch in Germany. This is a very typical German lunch. And then afterwards, we went to the nearest grocery store to buy some food or snacks to stock up for the next few days that we're going to be there. While the others were actually buying groceries, I just had to stop there and look at all these fruits. And of course, I had to take a look at the German avocados. And I also saw flowers. These are all real flowers, by the way, that they store inside the mall. But we couldn't afford it because they were so expensive. And afterwards, we just had the entire day. So we walked around Nuremberg. We were basically just sightseeing around. Do you see the people here? So now like their lifestyle, right?
Set.
Wait, what is it? I'm just taking a video. That's so cute. Yeah,
I should be there.
Hello. Like I see all the youngsters. This one thing I saw last year.
Yeah?
One thing I saw last year. All the teenagers are very like the way they dress, and yeah. The way they dress with one gang, they look like, when you see them, you'll understand why it's very common for teens to get pregnant. It automatically clicks.
Why? No, it doesn't click for me.
No, when you actually see them, when you actually see a group of like girls with boys, like being so like, the way they dress, the way they talk, pergaulan bebas lah.
Oh, pergaulan bebas.
So the moment you see, it automatically, because when I saw, that's where it clicks to my mind. Like, no wonder white people. I'm talking so loud. White people, they're so.
Yeah, I get it lah.
And then we went into these old, Gothic, ancient church called the St. Lawrence in Nuremberg. It was built in 1200s, so you can say that it's really old, like people of centuries have stood there. And I actually was very relieved that I got to come here, because last year when I was here, we didn't manage to go in because it was closed. So I was just very glad that the regret just washed away now that I can say that I actually got to go in the second time, and you can actually see my face. I was very, very astounded by the whole, the building, the structure. It was very different, something that you only see in movies, and it's a different feeling actually. I was just imagining, like how people from different centuries would have stood there chanting, the ministers, the pastors, the medieval people actually. Oh, this view is nice. We continued our walk down the streets until we came across this bridge called the Hangman's Bridge. Actually, if you see, there's like an eerie feeling about it because it's known as the Hangman's Bridge for a reason, because it seems that those days the executioner used to walk across this bridge to execute people on his way to hang people, basically. So this was the view from the bridge. And then we got thirsty. We stopped in this at this one cafe called the Coffee Lab. Of course, there's a reason why it is called as the Coffee Lab, because you see they serve the milk in the laboratory bottle. I forgot its name. So we get to do like our own experiment kind of thing. It was fun. It was actually fun.
Can I give it here?
This was so good. Yeah.
Can you take it take back?
I don't think so.
Cannot.
Can we? I don't think so.
This place was called as the Way of Human Rights, and as we enter, we see these tall pillars standing. So basically, each of these pillars are engraved with the principles of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, like the right to freedom and right to education and so on. So we went back and slept and woke up the next morning to this beautiful view that I set for myself. Actually, it's not a table, it's just like a piece of furniture sticking out from the window. So I thought it would do as a good table. So as the time I was recording this, it was around 5:30 a.m. So it was very bright and it was very cool. So I just had my croissant and afterwards continue my breakfast again once the buffet was open at 7 a.m. I didn't take much on the first day of breakfast except some ham, hot dog and bacon and eggs. And after breakfast, I found a nice spot at the hotel outside just to settle down and work on my script, because later on we would have discussions. So it was very cold, by the way. It was 18 degrees Celsius. I was actually freezing, but I was just trying to get myself used to it. Again for the second time. No. And I was just excited to be here again because it was the opening ceremony on that day. Unfortunately, I couldn't film much inside, but this was us after the opening ceremony. We had to go to this get-together dinner on the first day. So we went to this one restaurant. This was the entry, so they were serving beers at the entry of the restaurant. So basically it's like a underground, it looks like a bunker actually, but it's also a historical building. I think it used to be a tavern, but they made it into a restaurant. And if you're wondering what is this, it's actually pork. We got served pork. Good morning. So today is the competition day. You don't want to listen to me yap about how unprepared I am. Long story short, this was the day of the competition and this is how my room looked like. We actually stayed in the Hilton Hotel, Nuremberg. So basically what happened throughout the day was we went as the prosecution against an Australian team. Unfortunately, we lost that round. and we appeared against the real ICC judge. She was so scary, by the way, but we got good compliments. They say we lost by a very close margin, but we still lost. But it wasn't a knockout round, anyways. We still had one more round. But for that day, after the competition, we went out to find food.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, there. I see a restaurant there. And as we were walking, we found this Middle Eastern restaurant which served really good Middle Eastern food. And I ordered this something that looked like a pizza. It's so good. I still cannot get the taste out of my mouth. And then after that, we took a little snack. I ordered coffee, and then we went back to our hotel room. So this was the second day of the competition. As you can see, I'm very happy that I am not competing that round except for my two other teammates. So we were just going into other rooms, and we were just taking down notes as we used to do this in debate. And this was the time where we found out that we lost and we did not make it to the next round. We were knocked out. So what we did, we went for a healing session in a restaurant that looks like a bar, and we ordered a few drinks. We just talked. And this is actually a small clip of the red light area, and we were just taking the night stroll and came across this strange place. So the next following day was a bit more relaxed and relieved because we know that we won't be competing in any of the rounds. Nevertheless, there was, this deep discouragement and pain that knowing that we couldn't advance to the further rounds. Nevertheless, this was how my morning looked, a bit confused, a bit relieved, but also sad. But afterwards, we got ready, had our breakfast, and started our exploration around Nuremberg. This was on our way to the closing ceremony, and where we had a farewell party followed afterwards. This was the ICC judge, by the way. She looks really bossy. And this was the winning team from Australia. So right after this closing ceremony, we went to this beautiful place. I don't know where is it in the world, guys, but this was the view from the restaurant, like from the outside. And we were just having our dinner, and we became friends with this one team from Kenya. It was very fun. Last day of breakfast, everyone.
I need an intervention, divine intervention, you know. Only in my crucial moments do they pay attention carefully. The shadows of my past welcome me again with a smile. But something deep within, something new, lets me emerge from my cocoon. I only have what's right in front of me. Only you know what is right for me. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Improvise, improvise, improvise. I need a nice vacation and pure introspection, you know. There is nowhere else to go, so I'll be coming home to you. Your sadness doesn't compare to the happiness that's just around the corner. I only have what's right in front of me. Only you know what is right for me. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Improvise, improvise, improvise.
Leave your own, 'cause love don't love like that.
I can't love like that.
Can't love
I can't love like that.
like that.
Can't love like that.
Love don't love like that.
I can't love like that.
Can't love
I can't love like that. Can't love like that.
love don't love like that.
I can't love like that.
That
I can't love like that. No.
that
Can't love like
that.
that.
Love don't love like that. That that
I can't love like that.
that
Can't love like
that.
that.
Love don't love like that.
I can't love like that. Can't love like that.